Forgiving an enemy or someone who has abused you is the highest level of spirituality that exists, and it has produced miraculous results in many people's lives. An unforgiving heart becomes inwardly bitter and preoccupied with hate and self-pity. You just can't come to terms with what was done to you, or in some cases said about you. You want revenge, you want to punish the offender, but in reality the only one being punished is you, by you. You continue to live with painful side effects of these strong emotions unless you make a decision to forgive. Forgiveness is a cure, and it's also the future prevention of many emotional and physical problems. Repression or suppression of what we feel is almost always unconscious, especially when we are young, because the emotional pain seems too great to take on board. We push it down and it starts to fill our reservoir of repressed emotions, but they come out in many other ways, like in irritability, anxiety, chronic pain, and addiction. Most people who have suffered abuse as a child, whether it is physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, repress it. They cannot believe that a parent, a trusted friend, or relative would do such a thing, so they live in denial, often blaming themselves. They are often filled with deep anger and resentment. Total forgiveness is not achieved by repressing what has happened. You can only reach total forgiveness when you reveal and heal the reality, when you come to terms with what happened, that this person actually did or said this, and then you have to forgive them, for your sake. Forgiving does not mean to be blind to what happened. Forgiveness means you have to see and feel what happened and then set the perpetrator free, or you will never be at peace. The wrong, the evil done to you is then acknowledged. We're not blind to it, and we're not pretending it didn't happen. The only way back to sanity and peace of mind is to reveal and remember everything in a safe environment with a trusted friend or maybe a counsellor, and then use the forgiveness meditation that follows. Talking about someone with the purpose of hurting their credibility or reputation is just another form of seeking revenge. Avoid this at all costs, and only share to heal your pain and not to hurt another, no matter what they have done. Share with another for your health's sake, and not to make the offender look bad or to punish them in the eyes of another. Most of the people we must forgive do not believe they have done anything wrong, and sadly often believe whatever they did was justifiable. Forgiveness is for your benefit, and remember that reconciliation with the other person may never happen, but you will have moved on with your life. Deep hurts may never be fully eradicated. The truth is, they did happen. We cannot easily forget that, but we must reveal and heal the hurts and no longer dwell on them, thereby stopping them creating physical and emotional problems in our life. You need to face up to the seriousness of what happened and still forgive, for your sake. You have to be aware of the evil that you chose to forgive. You have to stop covering up what someone has done to you, excusing them and refusing to see what was wrong. This is living in denial. You have to come to terms with the reality of what happened. We do not need to pretend that we are not hurt when we have been betrayed, molested, unjustly criticized, or injured in other ways. We need to share these hurts with another and then forgive the perpetrator, so that we never allow them to control our lives and our relationships with others. Keep doing the forgiveness meditation that follows until the perpetrator has no power to cause you pain anymore. Total forgiveness is difficult and may be painful for a while. It often hurts when we kiss revenge goodbye. It hurts to think that the other person may be getting away with what they did, and nobody knowing about it. But when you acknowledge fully what they did, share it, and forgive, your life will move into a different realm and will take on a new meaning. Forgiveness is a choice, a painful choice at first, an act of will, not of feeling. You must do it, not just think about it. And when you do it, you stop any resentment growing. The desire for punishment and revenge disturbs us. It keeps us bound to the perpetrator and keeps us wrapped in anger. Only when this desire subsides through forgiveness will we have peace of mind and peace of body. Maybe for the first time, your focus will be on your life and how to make it better, and not on the perpetrator and what they did to you. It will set you free to live your life. When you forgive, you rid yourself of bitterness and give up the desire to get revenge and to punish. Bitterness is an excessive desire for revenge that comes from deep resentment and keeps you angry, irritable, causing high blood pressure, sleeplessness, pain, depression, negativity, and generally feeling unwell. Bitterness also drives people away from you, as no one can get close to a negative or angry person. Forgiveness is good for your physical and emotional well-being, and for your healthy relationship with others. So forgive yourself and forgive others. Forgiveness helps you to preserve your dignity and restore your self-esteem. Forgiveness is a lifelong commitment. In the meditation that follows, you will wish the perpetrator well, applying the golden rule. That is, what you want for yourself, you also want for them. That you want them forgiven just as you would want forgiveness if the roles were reversed. Your suffering may never abate until you go through this process, and it will be very challenging. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." The greater the hurt perpetrated against you, the greater the transformation in your life when you forgive. Look upon forgiveness as an opportunity to heal your life. Consider it a challenge and grasp it with both hands. Whether what was done to you was deliberate or not, you are hurt. We must forgive everyone we feel anger towards, because it is we, not they, who are in need. You need to become willing first, and then to have sufficient motivation to forgive, one of which might be the emotional and physical devastation that not forgiving is causing you.